Všetkých slovanistov a slovanistky opäť pozdravujeme z nášho štúdia, podcastového štúdia na Tehelnom poli. Dnešný podcast sa bude niesť v angličtine, a to preto, že vedľa mňa sedí gruzínska futbalová legenda, dlhoročná opora ŠK Slovan Bratislava, stoper Guram Kashia. Guram, thank you very much for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
You have a free day today, so I appreciate really that you came. But as you told me, you are coming quite often to the stadium, even if you don't have a training here.
Yeah, I love to make exercise every day. And to be honest, I don't like to have a day off. It's always fun to be in the club with the boys. It's been like this for forever for me. And sometimes I do enjoy free time, but most of the time I enjoy my time to wake up and come to the club and have fun with the boys and make exercise. Yeah, it's healthiest job we do as a football players, and I'm very happy to come and do something a little bit extra, not too much, but I love to have my schedule, and I don't almost hardly take day off.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't destroy your plans for today.
No. Usually after lunchtime I'm free, and that's where the rest starts. Yeah, so you don't disturb me at all.
I also saw you running alone because you said that you're coming because of the boys also here, but you've been running alone here today.
No, there are a couple of guys. They were here, but I was one of them to make a run. Many other guys, they come at just the timing. I come a little bit late, but the other guys, they come early. So it's not only me. I come here and work out. There are many other guys. There's a lot of professionals in the team, so I cannot complain that there's only me coming, but other players are also here.
We are used to that. We listen like you are example for the players, especially younger players. So now we can really understand why that it's free day. You are coming here to run, especially after such a long trip to Michalovce a few days ago. So simply you need to do it.
It's part of the being professional, because you also have like sauna, you have spa, you can recover good, and it's also rest. So one of the sides is like you need that as a player to recover quicker, and it's like literally you have ice baths, jacuzzi, or where else you can go better place than come here. So it's nice, and it's a lot of people who know, and it's to drink a coffee, and it's, as I said, this is football player. To be a football player is a very nice job, and I'm really enjoying it, and I take the best out of it, really, because it's healthy, and what's wrong with that? To make a 15 minutes run, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm really enjoying it, I just keep going as much as I can.
Yeah, I remember, as you said, that you would like to play as long as is possible for you.
Yeah.
That this is like the best possible of life for you, right?
Yeah, because it's healthy. It's healthy environment. It's good environment. It's sports, is for my health, is very good. I stay active, and it's not office job, and it's close to do, like, you are outside for 5-6 hours, and I think it's one of the best jobs you can have. And I realized this last couple of years, and of course I want to stay long, and also you get paid very well, so it's very nice. And I don't think like my physical health, I don't have injuries. I don't have chronic injuries. Like many players, they finish football because of their injuries. I've been healthy. I never had the surgery on only my arm, and my health says like, I can keep going. So, but of course there is some limits, and there is young players who are coming, and they are getting better and better. I have to say stop, but for now, like every year, we are champions, and I have my part in it, and I'm happy, and I think club is happy with me, and it's just worked like that every year. You sit down and you say what to do, and then okay, if you want to continue one more year, we give you the contract. So it's been like that, and it works for so far, and we will see. But I know I'm very near to end, so probably we will see how it goes this season, and then we will see. But I will keep coming to the trainings and in the clubs and keep working out, even if I don't have a job or something. I like to exercise. It's not like I must come here. I come here to exercise for my health and to make myself happy and productive and stay healthy. So doesn't matter. I will quit football. I will continue working out every day for sure.
Right now, you are I don't want to say oldest. You are, but
I am oldest.
Let's say you are the most experienced guy in the dressing room right now. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, to be honest, enjoying the pressure. Because when you are young, you take pressure in a different way. You are scared, you are nervous, you are like thinking about all the outcomes before the game, before the trainings, what to do right or what to do, what's gonna go wrong. You only think but when you are experienced player, your nerves, you just literally enjoying every minute of the trainings, this before the game, this tension, and I don't know, like it's different, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not scared to like go and fight, and that feeling is gone, and you literally can think during the game. When you are younger, you don't think, you just act. And now when you become like 34, 35, you start thinking, okay, what's going on in the game? And you restart to read the game, what to say, how to say, and that's the experience, that you are like a few seconds ahead, but you are becoming slower and slower, but you are ahead of the game as an experienced player and ahead of the week. You know where you need to take a points, where can you a little bit, relax during the weekend. And that's experience actually. And, give advice to young players to, I don't know, do something extra or drink more water, or I don't know, like there is many things on the way, like in a football career, that in the end, the last couple of years, you learn most. And that's what I learned most in my career, that how you protect yourself, how important it is to, I don't know, sleep early or eat good food on time and don't eat at night. And, and then you share this, and players who will take it, for sure, they will benefit early, and they will improve for sure, because as myself, I improved last 5 years most in my career, maybe 7, because that's where all the, I don't know, treasure and all the money was in for me, that I achieved most success in my career, to play Euros with my national team and to play Champions League in my age. It was like something I couldn't imagine. But when I did the right things and I pushed myself, even age I was old, and then I had this success because I slept on the time, I didn't go out, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do stupid things. That's where really like treasure is. So for me, I believe that if you do right things as an athlete and you have a little bit of talent, you will definitely achieve, your maximum. It's not like, it's not going to guarantee you to be somewhere in better leagues or better teams, but you will be best of yourself. So so it's very important to be professional.
This consistency you mentioned is absolutely key, right? Maybe it sounds to some guys like boring,
to me, yes,
this daily routine, but it's so necessary to make it like this.
To me, yes. I was so disciplined in my life. I have to say yes to things. I would say yes to things, which is, I don't know, come early in the training, I don't know, sleep early in the night, I would say yes. And I have to say no to, I don't know, wrong things. I would say no. And that's discipline I had all my career, and I stick to it, and I was right.
And paid off.
Yes, and it paid off. But it depends, it depends of the culture. It depends of the, like, I don't think so if Latino Americans can live like this, like Brazilian players, they have passion and they love football, and I don't know if it will be right for them, but for me, it worked out. And I cannot say like everyone has to be like me, because it can, I don't know, for me it worked, but not for, I don't know, skillful players or something. It may be too much pressure, and for your mental health is not good. But for me, it worked out, and it was the way for me to, I don't know, succeed. And I did succeed in my career, that's for sure.
You also a little bit mentioned that, of course, we know that your current contract will expire this summer, but it was already before the situation. The same, you already mentioned that there are some discussions after, and if you want to continue another year, yeah. How do you see like your current situation and your plans for the future? You are not thinking about that so much?
I don't know. I really don't know. I know it's like I'm near to finish my career. I don't know if it can be one more year, but I think it depends also how you finish the season, how productive I will be myself, and you must be champion for sure, which is getting difficult, and it's so many things I have, but I'm not gonna think about it. If I have to finish, I will finish it. So it's not gonna be a problem. But if there is one more year, I will continue one more year. So it's not like I have to have headache from it, But we will see if both sides we agreed something. But it's also like I had an amazing time here, and I'm so happy that I came here and have this success with the club together. And I will always have a good place in my heart for this city and for from this club, and nothing will have no decision in the summertime will change my feelings towards this club. So I'm still happy here, and I'm very happy that this 5 year happened in my life, and I'm very grateful. And yeah, it's been very, very amazing time for me as a football player to work here.
This is your 5th season here with Slovan. Is it most difficult, this season, or how you see about that?
I think every time we had some difficulties during the season, it's a little bit, I always mention that like when we don't have a pressure, it's not good. And sometimes when we feel like if you take this season, I think this season we have the best results against the top 6 teams. Mm-hmm. And we have the worst results against the lower 6 teams. That means it's us. It's the players who we should take more serious. The teams which we're supposed to take 3 points. Like I don't know, we lose points against Ružomberok, Trenčín at home, Prešov at home. We lose, and usually we don't lose this game last 4 years. Yeah. And this year it happened, but. This year, I have to say, like, we won, I don't know, Trnava twice, Žilina, away draw, and home we won. Who else? Dunajska, we draw out and we won at home. Like, that signals that nothing has changed. Only has changed our attitude towards the teams we should win. And that's only difference. If I say it's more difficult, it's going to be wrong. Because statistically, you lose points against the teams. We should not. Yeah. Usually, you're not gonna lose. I mean, we should be like, I don't know, at least 9 points ahead where we are, and that's on us for sure. But in the fact that we play bad, no, I don't say we play. We want to play good. We play good. That's simple as that. So. It was the bad moments when we had this season, and it's on players for sure.
This year, 26 didn't start maybe the best for you, because the first 2 games you've been only on the bench. What was for me like, or for the fans in general, the biggest surprise maybe of for example, starting 11 in Dunajská Streda. But then last 4 games you played 3 of them whole games, and even as a captain. So how did you see when you've been on the bench? You are not used to it in the past?
It's new experience. I think Bairo is our best defender for sure, and he has these good years where he performs every game on very good level, and I love him as a player. And we have newcomer player who really is also a good player, and it happened on the preseason that maybe I was not on my best, and it's okay to be on the bench for me. Sometimes it's time, sometimes to go on the bench. But I'm happy that last couple of games I came in, and I also played decent games, and I had my minutes, and I'm very happy to help the team again. I'm enjoying playing football, but to be honest, when you're getting older, you need to accept things that the club signs new players, or I don't know. But player who is on your position is the good player. You need to, put on the side a little bit and, sit on a bench and wait your chance to come. But as I said, right now about we have to put on the side this ego, and I think it's really important that Slovan wins the title, because this is we cannot afford to not win, because it's going to be a disaster.
Of course. Hopefully it will not happen. You mentioned Kenan as a great central defender, but these previous 2 games he played as a defensive midfielder, and he played also really good there. So what that means for the team, or how you see that?
He's a very intelligent player, and he's in a good form. He's been in a good form for years now, and when you have this confidence and you are intelligent, you can easily play. I think if you put him on a left back or right back, he will play on a good level again, because he's in a form and he's a good player. But to be honest, I played also a couple games in the midfield in my career, and it's very difficult for defender to play in midfield, especially with the ball. But Pyro did very well. He's very smart, and he takes a very good positioning. I hope he will continue playing there. I will have my minutes too. But as I said, he's one of the best players we have, I think, last couple years, and we have to give him credit, because sometimes he's not being seen. He's a little bit quiet sometimes, but to be honest, he's very, very, very good player.
About Svetozar Markovic, your new partner in a
crime.
In crime, let's
sometimes
say.
We do crime. We defend. Sometimes we crime. But
how is that?
Good guy.
Because you need to also take some time for the cooperation between you as a central defenders, or not?
Yes, of course. But when you play professional football, you don't need time. It's like there are some, black and white you have to do. When one goes to header, one other has cover. And during the training, and he come pre-season, and we already played some games, so you don't really need. And Marco is also a very good player, and he understands the game, and he knows how to move and everything. And it's always fun to have new partners. So but also Kevin is back, and so we will have a competition over that place, and which is very healthy for the team. To in every position you have competition, we will see how it goes. But it's a very healthy environment in the dressing room.
In the dressing room, your nickname GK is still on?
Yeah. Everybody call me here in GK, but no one else call me except in Bratislava. In US, they call me GK because of my initials.
An Instagram account former?
Yeah. It's a long time ago. Everyone calls me GK here. Even some coaches, they scream, but it's like a nickname. So I really like it. It's better than Guram for sure. GK, yeah.
About your Instagram, I think it's maybe 1 or 2 years ago that you simply deleted it.
It was 3 years ago.
3 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Why you decided?
It's because social media is poison. I strongly believe it's bad for. It was bad for me. I don't know, because it's a really stupid noise around it, and you give the platform to people to say and bully you. And I was bullied, and it was like, I don't know. And it also gives you so much. Good things as well, of course, the compliments, and when you do something good, the people. But for me, in general, it's just a noise which is unnecessary for me, and makes you a little bit, I don't know. It takes so much time also, and like thinking of what to do, and why he say this, and also I don't like texting. I really do not text guy, and I like somebody is a birthday or something, they need to send you, and you have to reply to everybody, and I don't know. It's just a waste of time, really. And but I'm really, to be honest, I'm really behind of everything, all the news, or I don't know if somebody posts something or somebody's birthday, I miss it all because I don't have anything. I don't use social media at all. So only like, I don't know, I have WhatsApp. That's it. And I think for my mental health, it was a very good decision because I don't hear, I don't know, negative things. And I had in my career many like backlashes, and now last couple of years I'm staying away from all the, I don't know, politics and also a lot of negative feedbacks from angry fans. So it's not my stage.
So you had also these negative reactions, really? Because for me, you are like guy that everybody likes. Like there is no really reason not to like you.
No, but you know, like, especially when you are like, you lose games and I don't know, you make people angry. And I also, sometimes I watch football, I'm angry on players and, you know, like this, like, and it's, I don't know, somebody says like, I don't know, you cannot do something or you make mistakes or I don't know, you know, and it's been so many times that happened to me that, what can you do about that? You know, like, to not have stage and not give them, I don't know. I think it's just unnecessary. That is what it gives you as a football player. Like platform to communicate with the fans. But what communication? I don't know. Like this is communication. And I don't know, like taking picture after the game. The communication, but like getting comments that you play good and you play amazing. I don't know what it gives me. I don't think so. The wrong confidence, especially when you are a young player and you get the confidence from the people supporting you and you think then you are like 10 times better than you are. And, you know, that's the wrong, I think, especially for young players to have this Instagram and what it is, Facebook and TikTok is, it's just damaging because you get wrong reactions and in a wrong way, because as a young player, you don't understand how to take information from that. Maybe 10 people will say, oh, you are an amazing player. And then you are not as amazing. Yes, you are. You have to like work harder. But that's what I don't like with social media and also this political side of social media. That is a horrible place for me to be. And I've never been, I just don't like that space. And that's why all in all, I would like to stay away from social media, and I advise if you're thinking to delete, just do it.
Let's speak about positive topics more. What about you as a GK on outside of the football? Like about your family, maybe something if you want to say, and how is your normal life?
Not fun guy for sure. Like, I don't know. I love TV shows, and I like walking outside. I love podcasts to listen. To be honest, I'm dyslexic. I cannot read. I would love to that I can able to read books, but sometimes I listen audiobooks. But most of the time, I try to manage myself to learn something, and that's all. It's more or less every day is for me the same. And to be honest, I've become a little bit, you know. I'm not gonna say depressed, but like it's been 20 years I do same thing, and I was told like what to do and stuff, and I'm a little bit okay. This is a little bit too much, so I want to let myself free a little bit, but I'm so used to do every day, like wake up and do something, exercise, and then come home, and 1 o'clock you literally free, and I'm a little bit tired of it, but but it seems like every day is the same, and I don't know. Watching TV show, you know, call home, talk a lot on the phone, then, I don't know, go for a walk again. But it's more or less, it's the same.
About your career, I remember as you spoke with Vojo, with the documentary series around the Champions League season and this. And I remember that you spoke that your childhood was not that easy in Georgia, especially those years, and it formed you as a person a lot. That probably sometimes you didn't have electricity, for example, what is hard to imagine right now. So
for my daughter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like when I tell her those stories, she's like, yes, really? You didn't have internet? I said, what? Like internet? We didn't have electricity. Yeah. There was literally no, we couldn't even, I don't know, sometimes call from the home. But it was tough times in the countries, not only my family, but like 90% of the families. It was really rough time in Georgia. I born in 87, so I am that old. So 90s was tough, and only thing we had that to play football in the streets. But it's really for me, like I have seen the poor life, and everybody around you poor, and like that teach you so much. And now that you have earned so much, and you can help so much people because you understand how they are, and that's what I'm doing. Especially like, I don't know, to my mother, she can go vacation anywhere she wants, and she's enjoying it. And seeing this to make someone's life better, it's so cool. And we are fortunate, again, as a football players, we have this job. You can make so much people happy around you because you can afford. And it's something that I'm very, proud of my career, because I make my family and people around me easier life, which I think they deserve, because we have seen like the life which you couldn't do anything about it. It was really rough years. But now we are enjoying life, and also the country is doing pretty good. It's getting better and better. We have electricity, but but it was rough first my 10-15 years of my life. But for everybody was for my friends and everybody, sometimes when you remember it, even now we cannot believe that, I don't know, you have Wi-Fi on your phone, but before that, like, it was not even mobile phones. So different times.
You spent like 8 years in the Netherlands. You've been 3 years in the US, here 50 years, as I said before. So what do you like the most about the city to live in for you?
I think Arnhem was the best time I had in my career and in my life. And I think that Holland is my favorite place for sure.
What was the main difference between Slovakia, Bratislava?
The cultures is it's more or less the same, but like its cultures is like different ideas, different philosophy. I don't know, different good mornings. Different. I don't know. It's small details, different food, and I don't know. Like a culture, it's quite different, and I love Dutch culture. Some people say it's a little bit arrogant, but I like that in them. They are so open-minded, and they have their ideas and this philosophy, and I take a lot of examples from them. And I don't know. And here it's a little bit, you can see, like, in a good way, the past was like a little bit connected with Georgia, also like a little bit of marks of Soviet Union,
So this influence, you mean?
Yeah, like there is also like in relationships you can hear that, like he's your boss, and he's above you because of his status. And like for me, like in Holland they don't care, like for example, time is ticking for everybody the same. So it's just different, and some people like this, some people don't like this, and I think I like Dutch culture the best. And but as I said, it's been so easy to live here in Slovakia for me. Then city is nice, people are nice to me, and like sometimes they stop me in the street and they will appreciate in their language that I see their eyes there. It's something positive and good, and that's who you are, and I like that.
You understand something in Slovak language, yeah?
But when the coach is angry, I understand everything. 100% of it. But I understand the meetings. Sometimes you can speak Slovak and I understand. I cannot speak, but I understand, and I can reply to you in English. But especially in supermarkets, I use my skills there because it's like a couple words you need to say, and I risk it, and sometimes I'm successful. Yeah.
You mentioned that Arnhem, Vitesse, you really appreciate a lot in your career, like the best time for you, and you moved to US then. And I remember that you didn't say the best maybe about that experience in US for you. I don't know the circumstances you can say about that something, but
look, I've been playing in the same environment 8 years. I always say this golden rule of being in the same team, it's 5 years. And after 5 years, I think if you have a chance, you need to change the club because it becomes too much same. And it's very difficult to motivate yourself again to go another year because it becomes too same. And I've been playing in the same club 8 years and I was done. I didn't have a passion anymore. I didn't have a motivation anymore. And we achieved their big success to winning the cup. And for me, if I would stay there, it would only go wrong with me, for me, And I built so much there that I had a good name, reputation and everything. Like I would only damage that if I would stay there. And I understood that pretty well. Sometimes as time comes, even you both sides are happy to work together, you need to say goodbye for both of sides. And that time was that, and I understand that. And it was great adventure for me to take adventure in US because it's been always my dream to be in Hollywood and in US. And I must say, first year was great because this was completely new world for me. And I enjoy it, but then COVID starts, which made it, I think, every place really bad. But since that, I think I realized that I made mistake, that I shouldn't have gone outside Europe to play football. I should have stayed in Europe because that's where the heart of football is. The tension and pressure is completely different than in MLS. I didn't feel 1 second pressure there. And to have pressure in football is very, very good thing. It's really privileged because under the pressure, you always perform automatically best. So pressure is very good. And anyone who feels pressure and handles good, that means they are good players. And I didn't feel pressure there. And I also didn't perform well.
I think no relegation was there.
First, there is no relegation, and we end up. When I joined the club, it was middle season, and we end up on the last place. And second season was successful. We end up on the playoffs. But as I said, there is no pressure. It's not only relegation. It's only pressure from fans, pressure from coach, pressure from club. Because if we don't win, this situation what can happen. It's good for players. It's you need that pressure. And if you don't have the club as doesn't have pressure from fans, from the owners, from the directors, the club will not succeed. That's I guarantee, because pressure is good it's a very good thing in football. So
you cannot compare pressure from US to Slovan, right?
Here you feel pressure.
The biggest maybe, or?
It depends. This pressure is it goes all season. It's one hiccup, and then you are under pressure. Because you need to win out of 32 games, you need to win 25 here. And if you don't win 2 games in a row, you are under pressure. Everything is bad. Players are bad. The coaches are bad. Management is bad. It goes. The demand is very high. I've been in this situation every year that you make the fans unhappy, and that's what also push the club every time. We lose or don't win 2 games, and we push again, and then we win 5 in a row. If we don't win this game, we're not going to be champion. The same, different year, same story. So this pressure, it's the club puts on everybody. It's good.
No one has more appearances for Georgian national team than you, 128. So how huge a legend you are in Georgia. You mentioned something that you meet people here in the streets and they are maybe talking to you sometimes and like this.
That's
but in
the worst
Georgia,
part of it, actually. I don't like to be recognized. I really not enjoying it.
But how is that in Georgia? Must be even much more.
It's getting calmer, actually, after Euros. When we played Euros, then I couldn't go out for drink with my friends because that people will only so happy to see you and I don't know, cheer you up. But it's going less now. So, but I don't really go to Georgia quite often. So I don't know how it's now, but to be honest, to play in my country 128 times is something that as a child, like I could not even dare to think of it, but I made it. I stay healthy. I stay competitive. I could push myself to be best on my position, and
still you are not quitting.
Yeah, it's still like a couple games more, I think, but I'm so proud of it. I'm really so proud of it that for my country I played so many games and I've helped my country to achieve something, and it's a great feeling, to be honest. I'm so proud.
We had some machines, let's say like you, in the dressing room before with Jaba, with Kucka. So who was the greatest of you in the gym or something like this? Because probably you cannot compare to others only with Jaba and Kucka, right?
Yeah, I think we are like workaholics, I would say. I think Jaba is strongest. Kucka is always going a little bit too far. He wakes up at 5. When he was here, we were talking about how insane things we should sometimes do. He wakes up at, 5 in the morning, and he goes for a run before training. He only breathes with his nose.
Yeah, I know. Covered mouth.
I tried myself because I have to beat him. Like, I'm a competitive person. Like, I would challenge you with everything, but this one, I could run 800 meters and I just could not breathe anymore. Mm-hmm. And Kucka would run 6-7 kilometers with like only breathing with the nose, running with and this is for me, sometimes he would go so far with those things, like he would have a blanket of 8 kilos because if you move during the night, it's not good, to sleep. So he would have 8 kilos of bed that he would be stuck in the same position to sleep and awake, and to hear those things, like I think I'm the most normal one in those things. But no, like I also like would do something a little bit go too far, I don't know. But I would always like test myself with everybody, and it's been like it's a healthy things, we do. I don't know who's going to lift more weight, who's going to jump higher, and who's going to make more pull-ups, who's going to make more push-ups. And we pushed each other. And I miss that, to be honest, here, because there is no... there are only young players now and not my, to compete with Vlatko. It's like with my left arm and left foot, I will beat him with everything. So, yeah, but he's boxing also. But with the boxing, I don't know.
Are you still in touch with Jaba?
Yeah, sometimes we talk. He's still playing in Dinamo Tbilisi with the club where he started.
Your first team?
Yes, and he's helping there. And he's been Jaba, like you cannot see any difference. The last 10 years he changed. It's exactly the same.
Okay. When you came 2021 with Jaba in the summer, how was that useful for you? That two biggest Georgian stars that time. Now it's Kvaratskhelia, of course.
I swear I've never been the star, that's for sure. I was the guy who played the most game.
But like two great friends. Yeah,
you cannot be started as a central defender.
Okay.
There is no
I
start.
understand what you mean, but you came with Jaba together as your longtime friend and everything from the national team. So how was that useful for you?
Of course. It's, when you have someone from your country, you stick with each other and you cry together, complain together, and you share happiness together.
Nobody understands you.
Nobody
so you can complain whatever you like.
Yeah, our language is definitely not one word you understand. But yeah, we had a good time together, and we had a lot of love and fun and success. But this is, as a football player, I had like more than 200-300 teammates in my career. Sometimes it's just, you go separate ways and yes, you can stay in touch, but it's just gone. Yes, but not from your national players, but like I had so many good friends I have phone contacts, but we are just, that's it, you leave this team and they are like kind of behind you. And that's how it works in football. You have a lot of friends, but in the moment you move somewhere else, you have less contact, less touch, and sometimes year by year it disappears.
You mentioned Georgian language. I remember once we had a flight somewhere in Europe. I don't know the game, and I was sitting in the plane just behind Jaba. So, and he was reading something. So I was just look at the script, the language, and I felt like it is like from the Lord of the Rings, the letters.
It's beautiful. We have beautiful writing, and beautiful letters is one of the 14. I don't know how to say this. This is very unique and very old, and
so unique.
We are really proud of it. And such a small country, but we have our own letters, and we are really proud, and it's quite cool. 33 letters, and it's beautiful. And people who doesn't know, they should Google it, how beautiful it is. But sometimes the teammates, they see. I read something on a message or something. It's like, what kind of language is Chinese or Arabic? But it's not. It's our small country, but big history, really.
But really, I can understand why you decided for audiobooks also.
No, actually, I listen audiobooks in English because there's not much of Georgian audiobooks. But yeah, it's difficult for me to read, to be honest. This dyslexia is real, and for me, if you need 5 minutes to read the page, I think 15.
Mm-hmm. What about Kvaratskhelia? We mentioned him a little bit. The biggest star right now from Georgian football, definitely. For sure. So also,
best player I've played.
Also maybe big surprise also for you that he won Champions League last year, or did you expect?
No, he's great. I think he's one of the best in the world. That's how I see him, not because he's Georgian, but because he's the player who I miss in football nowadays, who takes the ball and dribbles. Like football becomes so like automatic, and I swear when I watch the football, I can predict next 10 seconds. Like this player will pass there, and this player will pass there, and this player will pass there. And I'm sure you can also predict this, not because I know football. So I love to watch the PSG and like individual actions, because that's what I really today miss in football. And Kvara is actually, Vladimir was the first coach who gave him debut when I was 16 or 17 in national team. From beginning, he was like the same player. He wanted the ball always, and he wanted to pass the players and dribble the ball. But before he was like a little bit weak and not strong, and now he becomes strong and he get experience and he win the Champions League, and he scored the goal in Champions League final. And he is one of the best in the world right now, I think. And he's also a really good guy, a very normal guy, like very demanding, but also like trains like just normal guy. And I so much appreciate that this success didn't change him at all.
You mentioned that the biggest success is for you in your career, Euro 2024 with your country, of course, I think, and Champions League next year with Slovan. Can we sum up like this?
Yes. I think I would say 3 highlights in my career is like winning the cup with my Vitesse, and then Champions League, achieving Champions League. It's one of the unbelievable feelings I would have. Like when I think of my career, I would think these 3, and then the best one is to qualifying in Euros. And it was worth to like play football for these 3 emotions, you know, like what you feel. Actually, it's unbelievable from inside. Like even now I have goosebumps. To have this in your life, to experience this in your life is just so amazing. Like first was my national team. Like it was my dream to play there, and then
for the first time of the country.
Like the country never been in a big tournament, and then in the same time, in a month after it happens, that after 8 games to qualifying for starting round 1, you know, like sometimes you can start on a playoff and it's like one opponent you have, but we beat 4 champions, and you feel in different way because you really deserve. You start from 0 and achieve the Champions League, and you feel like, we did it. You deserve that, you know. And it's like no one can say like you don't deserve. And especially the performances we put, it was something like it will stay all my life with me.
So Guram, next game will be against Žilina. It's always fun to watch these games because a lot of goals included. I remember the last season as we won here 4-3 and it secured our title last season. So would you expect the same something in
as long as we win would be nice, but Žilina is very young team which has really good system, and I always like them even to watch sometimes. But if we perform our level, our standard, for sure we will beat them. But as I said, they are a dangerous team. They can have a good day and it can go wrong with us. But if we play like we played last two games, this a focus, concentration, if we will have
back-to-back wins.
Yes, I think it will be difficult, but I think it can be a good day for us.
Mathematically, some of that Žilina players, you could be their father because they are teenagers.
How embarrassing is that? Okay. I love young players to see, and I don't think so if I would like to play against them. But, when the opposition team has their system and they play their way to play, it's always fun to challenge yourself and deal the situations in your way. So I'm looking forward to if I play, I will have fun.
Tak pozývame týmto všetkých fanúšikov zároveň na zápas so Žilinou, ktorý sme s Guramom práve zmienili 15. marca na Tehelnom poli. Veríme, že to bude ďalší krásny deň na Tehelnom poli, tak ako sme boli svedkami v derby proti Trnave, kde sme si to všetci užili. Tak veríme, že niečo podobné nás čaká 15. marca. Všetci prídite, pozývame vás s Guramom, tešíme sa na vás a vidíme sa následne pri ďalších epizódach. Guram, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
A vidíme sa aj s Guramom. Budeme mu prijať, aby bol zdravý samozrejme a ešte s nami dosiahol ďalšie úspechy. Tak sa majte, pekný deň.